Luce is lying to me, chat, tonight.
No, I'm not.
You're lying to me right now.
I'm not.
She's just told me, right, get this. She's just told me that kebab meat is not nutritionally good for you.
It's not.
It's a flat lie.
It's warm fuzzies good for you. It's not nutritionally good for you.
I've got a red band across my forehead now. I think I'm becoming a hat person. But I didn't think it would look great on stream. So I took it off, and now I have a big red band across my head. I'm starting to quite like hats. I've never really liked hats. I've never really worn hats. I'm starting to quite like hats now. I don't know why. And now I've got this really weird red band on my head. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Wednesday evening for the Warhammer Show. Hello, you beautiful people. I'm also, you might have noticed, I've started to slightly tweak the start of the streams. Just to give you a little bit more notice that we're going live, so people actually catch the start of the stream. Right? I'm trying. Right? Don't talk shit. Kebab meat is the best. Exactly, CJ.
It's warm fuzzies good for you. Like if you have a bad day or you've just gotten over a cold and you just want some nice warm fuzzies food, then yeah, it's very good for you. Not nutritionally good for you. And we've both just started doing exercise and eating properly. Your body is making you crave kebab. Do not fall for it. Don't do it.
Not a cat man, Star. Not a cat man, a hat man. I've been wearing a hat today. Next you'll be telling me chips are unhealthy. Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Leah's beard looks like it's been trimmed. Wednesday is trim up day, guys. All neat and tidy and look at that. I do it all myself now, apart from this part of the head up here where I need loose because I can't see here. But I'll be honest with you, I almost just got rid of all of it again because I'm becoming a hat man. I'm a hat man. That's the song, isn't it? That's the song. Anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical buttons. First, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. I don't think you'll beat last night. I don't think you'll be beating 562 likes by the end of the stream.
Probably not.
Amazing, people. Amazing. Thank you so much. That helped a lot starting early. What do you mean? Is that sarcasm, Des? Or? Anywho, tonight, interesting topic, right? So, there was a Warhammer 40k article that went up on the Warhamster community page yesterday, St. George's Day, the 23rd of April. And that article, very simplistically said, blast enemies at point blank range with a scrappier, shootier new Tau Combat Patrol. And they announced the contents of the new Tau Combat Patrol box, okay? And this is the new contents of Tau Combat Patrol. We have a Devilfish, we have 10 Breachers or Fire Warriors, 10 Pathfinders, and a Commander in a battle suit, right? It talks about the contents of that particular Combat Patrol. So, what I then did was I went, well, interesting. What does that mean for... Is that actually going to work? Will that just switch the screen? It will switch the screen. Good. What does that mean for the old one? Well, the old one was this here. So the old one had an Ethereal, a Cadre Fireblade, a Ghost Kill, some Stealth Suits, and some Fire Warriors. Interesting. So I went to the Games Workshop website, and I looked at the prices. Because it was important to me that we worked out what was the right prices. This is new Combat Patrol box value. That's some of the 4 units. This is old Combat Patrol box value. A little bit of science I'm doing right here, right? I don't know if you guys can see this actually. Oh, you can see it, good. So the value of the new Combat Patrol box in pounds from the Games Workshop website is £142.50, all right? And the value of the old Combat Patrol box with all the prices from the Games Workshop website was £151.50. So the value of the new box is £9 less than the value of the old box. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I've seen a lot of people over the course of 10th edition, over the course of the Combat Patrol boxes being updated and being changed, I've seen a lot of people that have said, we're getting less for our money, it's worse value, blah, 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 normal wargaming whinging, right? I've seen that quite a lot. And in terms of actual flat value, it's not entirely wrong. The new one is in value, some of its component parts, is £9 less than the some of the old one's component parts. So arguably, you're getting slightly worse value for money. But are you? And this is not just Tau, this is just because this is the one that's recently announced. There's a lot of this all over the place. I actually would argue that the new one is probably more collectible for Tau people in the future and more repeatable than the old one. So the old one had an ethereal and a cadre fireblade in it. I don't know many people that wanted 3 ethereals and 3 cadre fireblades, alongside 9 stealth suits and 3 ghost keels. Some people might, but I don't know a lot of people. The new one, could you want 3 commanders? Well, absolutely, you probably could in the new edition. Absolutely, considering they can also be built as cold stars as well as standard commanders and enforcer suits. Do you want 30 fire warriors and 30 pathfinders? Yeah, and 3 devilfish? You probably do as well. Actually, arguably, because of the amount of different varieties that you can build commanders in, you can buy that box more than 3 times. In fact, you could buy it 4 or 5 times. You could build 3 cold star commanders. You could build 3 enforcer commanders and 3 standard commanders. You could have 60 fire warriors, because you know what? You can do that, their battle line. 60 pathfinders, yeah, that's probably too many, and 6 devilfish with their transports. So I think that in terms of a gateway into an army, or a gateway into starting a new faction, for me personally, that combat patrol actually seems like it's better value if you just flat take away the exact monetary value, right? It's more repeatable. You're going to probably make a bigger saving because you're likely to be buying more of them than you would do in the old ones, right? That's my theory. Anyway, I've seen people talk about the Custodians one. That was one that I was going to say as well. The Custodians one is another one where I feel like arguably the value has got better because it's got more units in it that you're going to probably repeat in the Custodians army. Therefore, probably better overall. And that got me thinking about a question, because I don't want to dive into Games Workshop are ripping me off by making me buy less models for more money or any of that kind of nonsense. What I wanted to get into tonight was, we've talked loads about accessibility, about rules accessibility, about rules complexity. We've talked a little bit about this with Age of Sigmar 4 as well. Although it's not quite exactly the same for Spearhead or Vanguard, whatever they're calling it now in Age of Sigmar, it is a relevant question for both of these big gaming systems. Combat Patrol boxes, are they still, or have they ever been, actually, the best way to get into Warhammer 40k? That's the question for you people tonight. I feel like every single time I'm looking at starting a brand new army, the first thing I do is I go and look at the combat patrol for that army. It's the first thing I do. I go and look at the combat patrol. Is it any good? How good is it? Okay, it's decent. It's got everything in it that I would want, but there's a named character in that box. There's a Space Wolf lieutenant. I want one, but it's not really something that I'm probably keen to repeat. Or there's a couple with named characters and stuff, isn't there, in them? Okay, they're good. They're decent boxes. Do I want more than one of those? Then I look at some of the more recent ones that have come out. So, for example, the Custodians one that's been announced, for the Tau one they just showcased. The World Eaters one is a case in point. I look at the value of those boxes, and I think, they're actually really good. And I feel like I could buy multiples of those. And that's the first place I always go. The first place I always go, straight to Combat Patrol, what's in the box, and then once I know what's in the box, would I buy more than one? Because that is a relatively stress-free, easy way of building the core of your force for a Warhammer 40k Strike Force army. But I wanted to know if everybody else thought the same. Like, do you think it's similar? Or is it faction dependent? Or like, do you guys go there as a starter? Is that what you send new people who wanting to join? Like, is that, like, what do you people do? Tell me. Tony, thank you for kicking us off of the gifted membership train for this evening. You wonderful, beautiful human being. Thank you for the one. I don't have a name for it tonight. I don't have a name for it. I don't have anything to go here. I don't have... I'm out of ideas, chat. Help! I'm out of ideas. So let me know what you think. I'm interested to know what you people think. If you want to chuck what you're thinking in the chat, please go ahead and do so. Just after you smash that like button, of course. If you definitely want to make sure that Amy shouts at me in her resplendent glory, then you can stick it on a big colourful postcode, aka Super Chat. So if you hit that little $ in your chat box, you can gift memberships, you can become a member, or you can Super Chat to the wonderful channel. And I'm asking very, very politely because this month's been shit so far for us. I mean, it's not been the worst in the world ever, but comparatively with the rest of the year, it's very much just right now, okay? There we go. Anyway, thank you so much, Tony, for the gifted. Morley Hammer, thank you for the gifted. You're a legend. I love you. Dempsey moment on naming, then. What do you mean? What do you mean by getting into? Do you mean playing or collecting, etc.? That's an interesting question in itself, Simon, isn't it? I think kind of both, actually, to be fair. Either. Like, I feel like in terms of collecting, maybe not combat patrol. They typically often have some more kind of generic, sort of same normally units, nothing really that special. If you're going to be a real collector, you probably want the more fanciful pieces. You want the more impressive sculpts. So maybe not so much collecting, but certainly getting into an army, playing the army, wanting to get used to that army. And whilst we're talking about, thanks Gaz, you're a legend. Whilst we're talking about combat patrols and we're talking about Vanguard boxes and Spearhead boxes, currently in the Discord, there is a giveaway live. This goes live every single month. It's for Jarl tier members and above. So if you are a Skull tier member, or you've just been gifted a Skull tier membership, you get a second piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've just been gifted a Skull team member, so I can't have kebabi, but you can eat 3 slices of cake in a day.
I know exactly what's in there.
If you decide to upgrade to Jarl tier member, you'll get access to that giveaway. It's live until the end of the month, right? And at the end of the month, it will draw one of the people that have entered randomly. And if you are the winner, if you're the selected winner for this month, you give me a nudge, and I will send you a combat patrol box or Vanguard or Spearhead box of your choice. And if you have been gifted a Skull tier membership, it's just £4 to upgrade to Jarl tier. Reasons to be a Jarl. Every single month we do a giveaway. Every single month. Plastic and Paint, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. You absolute hero. What a legend. And John, thank you for 1 as well, man. You're a hero. Oh my God. Stick Monkey just flopped his dick out in front of us. Just flopped his dick out.
He is a shower, not a grower.
He, obviously, Stick Monkey, 20 gifted is insane, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm a little bit like curious as to why this month has been quieter than the last 3. And I don't know if it's like directly correlating to people's kind of attitudes towards the game or not. I'm not sure.
I have a theory. It's council tax month.
What? Is that a thing?
Because you have your 2-month break, and then April starts council tax again. And because it's a 2-month break, and council tax is ludicrous right now.
It is ludicrous. Fucking ludicrous. Thank you so much, Stick Monkey, for 20 gifts. 20 gifts is insane generosity. We sincerely appreciate it. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Amy will wake up in a minute as well and start firing these super chats in and around my face. But thank you so much for sending these in. And install basic bitch, start collecting kit would make sense. And cooler shit in online only expand your forces set would be cool. Like it. If I win, can I gift to models for heroes? Yes, you can. Nobody would know. I got the reference. Don't you worry. I got the reference. Come on, Amy. Wake up. Fucking slack him. I actually enjoy Combat Patrol games. I'll be straight up, Jeremy. Straight up. Haven't actually played a Combat Patrol game. But this is more like I think I'm arguing not necessarily from the game perspective. This is why I specified Combat Patrol boxes. So from a game perspective, I don't have any expertise on whether it is or isn't good for bringing people into Warhammer 40k because I've not played any of it myself or tried. So I think that honestly, it's more like the boxes themselves. Is it the best way for a person to get started with an army in Warhammer 40k? If it wasn't for first edition Necromunda, I might have left behind Warhammer 40k. Necromunda reeled me back in. Good old Necromunda. People love Necromunda. Oh, do you know what?
Oh.
I'm actually really enjoying the cider tonight as well.
I made a good brew. Which normally never happens because...
Tilt it towards me.
I think the combat patrol is always just to get cool figs or starter figs. I've never seen anyone play it as is.
Oh, really? Even in 10th? How about the rest of your chat? Anyone seen anyone play combat patrols as is in 10th? Thanks for the 10 though, Ken. You're a legend.
Just popping in as I save the stream to watch at work the next day. I think combat patrol is a great way for new players to learn the process of playing regardless of the unit stats and abilities.
Okay. Into it. Thank you so much for the 10.
Upgrade to Jarl. Win a free box. Unbeatable value.
Unbeatable value. Unbeatable value. Thank you so much, Nobody. No one's done it, but unbeatable value nonetheless. Thank you, Nobody. You're a hero. Resident Rums, you're going to give it a 10.
I would never buy multiple combat patrol boxes. I'd rather have many different units for my army than multiple of the same.
I think for some armies, like World Eaters or Custodians though, I feel like it's more value because they have less units.
Grey Knight Combat Patrol times 3 equals 2,000 points. Smile.
Does it? On the nose, Crisis. Thank you everybody for the super chat you're raising. You lovely people. Your hero. I have. It's fun. You've actually played it as is. I don't even know the rules for Combat Patrol, and neither do I. Sometimes I think Combat Patrols are a trap. Why is that, Brian? Talk to me. And FLG here has regular Combat Patrol events. That's good. I haven't played it at all. I don't think it would make good stream content. I think it might make good pre-recorded content, to be fair. I've played several Combat Patrols with some newer players. It's actually a pretty good starting way to play. That's good to hear, actually. My shop has a healthy crowd of folks playing Combat Patrol, either because they are new or because play fast and time is scarce. I mean, it's a horrifically important thing, time, because I feel like, is it me, or do 10th edition games take longer, or is it just because Brom?
It's because of Brom.
It might be. It might actually be.
I don't even need to know the ins and outs. It's because of Brom.
Yeah. Combat Patrol is the best way to start. Neglected your minis and not paint them. Local gamers around here haven't tried to focus on Combat Patrol, so I'm not sure anyone has bothered. Oh, interesting. Just way too expensive for a new player. It's bonkers price versus value again. I mean, I think the value's still... I think the value's good. Custodian's box is best box. The new one's very good. You know, the Guard Patrol box. Everyone wants a Combat Patrol. You should all just be Jarls then, shouldn't you? Really? Combat Patrol varies so wildly in points value that depending on the faction, buying one is actively worse than just buying the units you want. I mean, if you look at a box and you don't want half the units in it, then I think there is an argument to say it's just not good value. So I think if you're a player who specifically has a bunch of stuff that you want for your army and you haven't started yet, or if you're a player who already has a relatively reasonably large collection, Combat Patrol boxes are probably not for you. They're probably not the sort of things that you're going to want to be spending your money on. That being said, if you are a player who has no real idea, you just want to have some fun, you're not particularly interested in heavily optimizing, and you've got no units, I still personally think Combat Patrols are the default go-to right off the bat. John Mercado, thank you for the gifted membership. You're amazing. Do you want a Combat Patrol box to be judged by people who have done full armies? They will likely want effective units for a better chance of winning rather than easy things to balance between boxes. Oh, yeah, well. Again, I don't think they're aimed at those people, Gaz. That's the problem. 2v2 with Patrol is actually very fun. That sounds cool. I'm into that. That might make better stream content. Buy what you want, don't get Combat Patrol and end up overcommitting and costing a bomb. I mean, they are as a off the diving board price point. If you're not sure, it's a lot of money, especially if you get them from Games Workshop. If you get them from independents, it's significantly better. But if you get them from Games Workshop as a starter box, that's nearly £100. That is a lot of money. And at that point, we haven't taken into consideration, if you're literally starting from scratch, we haven't taken into consideration snips, glue, scalpels, files, paints, paintbrushes. At that point, you're talking, you know, well over £100. Well over £100. If you're doing the same box in Australia, it's about $740 million in Australia, because that's the cost of games. That's the tax that Games Workshop put on people in Australia playing.
And it'll get there next year.
I think they ship it from a warehouse in Australia.
Oh, okay.
They just decided to charge you 75 times more than you do in the UK.
But didn't you work out that Australians actually get it cheaper?
YouTube memberships, yes. Not Warhammer product loose. Let's not tumble down that rabbit hole. We're very lucky at the moment that when we go live now at 7:30, the new time of 7:30, Australia it's 4:30 in the morning, because you'd have a lot of angry Australians in here right now if you were like, don't they get it cheaper? They'd be like, you fucking what? You get lynched.
No,
lynched.
it was the membership. So I remember you converted it.
They get memberships
technically
cheaper.
It was cheaper.
Yeah, we get. It's weird. We kind of get the same. They get it cheaper. Yeah. Unbelievable.
I miss the old start collecting boxes. They were super good value and didn't have a named character, so you could buy multiples. They also had some multiplied kits in there too, and demons for all gods.
I think if you think about it, Sean, some of the newer ones, thank you for the 10 by the way, Manual Legend, some of the newer ones, like the Tower one that's just been announced, the Custodians one, they're coming away, it looks like they're coming away from named characters. World Eaters isn't Khan anymore. They're coming away from named characters, because I think someone in the commercial department at Games Workshop went, we're being a bit silly here probably, because if we put named characters in these boxes, we are then unable to sell multiples of them to the same person. And that's a silly idea, as Games Workshop, because surely we want to be selling multiples of them to the same person. So
There is more fat in a doner kebab than in 10 portions of fish and chips.
So what you're saying is, instead of a doner kebab, I can order 9 portions of fish and chips.
Still be healthier. Think of the omega-3 you're going to get. Think of the brain
food. Start collecting boxes. Well, start collecting boxes are 50 quid, weren't they, before? The original start, the actual start collecting boxes. I kind of feel a little bit... I'm sure I'm not the only one out of the 170 of you that are watching right now, but I kind of feel a little bit sad that Combat Patrol is the new version of Start Collecting. Start Collecting was Start Collecting 50 quid, go. That was, and it was like, the clue was in the fucking name, Start Collecting, right? 50 quid was a much more reasonable price point, to be fair, for most people. And I just felt like that was probably the direction they should have stayed, rather than let's make them slightly bigger, but kind of the same, near enough double the price, and give them a name that most people are like, what do you mean Combat Patrol? They'd rather sell individual units. They do make more money from individual units, to be fair. They're aimed at beginners or for those starting a new army. Some are better for multi-purchase to bulk out your army. We love plastic crack after all. We do. We do. Grandmaster Alfarius, New Zealand Games Workshop prices are on average 180% on what you pay in the UK. John McCardle.
Why?
I think he's trolling me lately. He keeps popping up and just chucking one at me.
I don't... Why is
He just keeps giving me the tip.
Why is it so much more expensive in Australia?
Thank you, John, for the one gifted. Because, so what they have to do is they have to pay the postman danger pay. Because of all the things in Australia that want to kill you.
That's true.
Yeah.
All the spiders and all the insects.
Games Workshop statistically have to replace 472 postmen a year in Australia, and that shit costs. So that's why you have to pay more.
They have a retention problem.
Straight facts, that. Straight facts, yeah. Excuse me, Games Workshop, my Combat Patrol box hasn't got here. Hang on a minute. Where's where's Bruce? Eaten by a crocodile. Right, okay.
What about the packages he had?
Yeah, did he drop the package first? That's been eaten too. Right, okay. Okay. Don't worry, we'll get you a fresh one out, and that's why I have to charge you basically double.
Because the first one never gets there.
Because Bruce got eaten by a crocodile. That's what happened, chat, right? I did also buy 3 of the Croot boxes. You fucking legend, bull. What hero? Start collecting box should include some paints and modelling materials, as well as £75. I would say make a reasonable commitment. Kai, 100%. If they had a £75 box, a character unit, an infantry unit, maybe an elite unit, some paints, some snips, some glue, a brush or two, and a file stroke, some kind of hobby knife, at 75 to 100 quid. Great value, 100%. Great value. Cornet Ed also gave me just the tip. I'm getting tipped all over the place here. Thank you for the gifted membership, Ed. I love you. I think John is on parole from YouTube jail. Maybe. One day I'm gonna do a heresy stream just for John. He'll drop his fucking yogurt everywhere. Wanted to remind a full crew army. I'd love the idea of a full crew army. There really should be one actual beginner start collecting box. That's an expansion box with some nice units. Yeah. Spiders no Games Workshop boxes. They probably do.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
They have spiders as big as dinner plates over there.
Who in Australia?
In Australia.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Is it Australia that they have the spider that hides in the toilet? So you have to flush the toilet because it hides in the rim.
They're called
cool.
They're called sex offenders, Luce, not spiders.
No, I'm sure that's Australia. You have to flush the toilet just to make sure.
I don't know. Doner kebabs are food of the gods. See.
They absolutely are, but they're not that healthy. If you've had a bad day or a tough day at work or it's your birthday, then fine, get the kebab for the warm fuzzies. But we're doing really well on actually going to the gym and actually doing the yoga and doing all the things. I'm not going to ruin it with a kebab, so don't you dare bring a kebab in here because you'll drag me down with you, and we are a team.
But
I am looking after your heart. No.
Our local shop, you have to spend £10 for delivery.
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it?
And a medium is like £6.
No, I'm not doing it.
Don't worry, I won't get all that salad shit. I'll just get the meat and the mayonnaise.
Obviously, you're not going to waste your time with salad if you're eating a kebab.
Salad and shit. No, just meat and mayonnaise and chilies.
I cannot run this channel because you die of a bad heart because you had too many kebabs.
I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I looked in her eyes and there was a little crack there. There was a little crack. Like, ooh, actually.
No.
Joe Cole's only feet. I still have no fucking idea who this is. Thank you so much, you fucking legend, for gifting 20 memberships. What a hero.
Full fat 40k cost is a real barrier to entry. I think GW know this and use Kill Team to lure people in, hoping for a bait and switch later.
Do you know what? Thanks, by the way, Pete, so much for the 5. I don't 100% disagree with you, but I think they've kind of done a bad job with it. I think Kill Team, the rules could be a lot more similar to 40k, and it's an easier bait and switch, because you're just kind of sizing up. Like, you want to go kind of Kill Team, switch to Combat Patrol, switch to full-size 40k, and you want to build that up, and before you know it, people go, oh, I've got 2,000 points, look at that, how did I get there? Right? Get a chicken kebab. Why? Dolomete's got the best stuff. It's like the ears and arseholes all in Dolomite, isn't it?
There's spiders that live in swimming pool filters and they can swim.
Sadly, there's literally nothing for 40k that matches Underworld's starter set being £40 and giving everything for a 1v1 game as a gateway to Eos.
100% agree, 100% agree. Wargunner, thanks, man. I want to say sorry for how I was in stream yesterday. I was just annoyed that the game had looked like it was just as one-sided as before with the orcs. I get it, man. I get it. To be honest with you, I'll be straight up, Wargunner, right? I'll be 100%. I was sat there producing it. At the end of turn 2, I was like, oh, fuck. Joe's just going to get railed here.
By Brom.
Spoilers, by the way, chat. Spoilers. If you haven't watched last night's game, I'd imagine the 165 people that are watching, most of the names I recognise from last night, have probably seen it. So it's not too much of a spoiler. But for the next 60 seconds, spoilers. At the end of the... Well, probably 2 minutes, spoilers. At the end of turn 2, Joe had scored... How rude.
I have a low-fat doner kebab recipe loose. Banana skin.
No banana skins, Dave! It's enough banana skins!
What? Banana skins?
At the end of battle round 2, Joe had just a meager 5 points.
Oh.
And I thought Brom was... I mean, I felt like he hadn't even spat on it at that point. He'd just gone in dry. And I thought Joe was in trouble. Spoilers! At the end of the game, Joe flat pulled his pants down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was an exciting game, actually, where it just really span in the last 2 turns. It was really, really good. So don't worry about it, Wargunner. I was there. I was really pleased at the end that it swapped around so quickly. And I was like, I'm so glad that for those people that were like, oh my God, it's one-sided. I was so glad it did it, because I feel like actually quite often in 40k, it can just be one-sided all the time now. And I was really pleased to be able to showcase, don't give up, keep giving it a go, keep trying. And then Joe managed to spin it on its head and get the win in there. But don't worry about it, mate. I was there with you. I was like, oh, this is going to be a bad game. This is going to be a bad game. And it didn't. It ended up being loads of fun. And we got Joe's roadside poo story from the horse's mouth. So, you know, it's worth it.
Well, you said, because you were looking at the Lictor t-shirts and all of that, and you were saying, oh, there's an option for a calendar. That could be fun. I think one of the pictures of the calendar should be Joe hanging off his car door.
I have found a way we can make
like,
a channel
strategically
calendar.
Cover things and you know, it'll be tasteful, but you only know if you know.
I have found
why.
that we can for 2025 make a channel calendar. That's the thing we could do.
One of the pictures has to be Joe hanging off of his door.
I've just pinned it in chat. The Lictor t-shirts. We have sold 32 Lictor t-shirts already.
No,
right?
good shirt.
Since Monday, which is the most successful t-shirt I've ever sold on the channel ever, including just the normal ones with logos and shit. I've never sold this many t-shirts, which is first of all incredible. But secondly, I've just pinned it in chat. There's still a big part of me that's quite nervous that Games Workshop were like, excuse me, can you please stop selling them? So get them now.
You reckon they will?
A bunch of people today actually got dispatch notifications, including me, because I bought one for Joe. Don't tell him.
Ah.
Bought one for Joe. It's Joe's t-shirt.
Is it Lictor front or Lictor back?
Lictor front, obviously.
Obviously.
Because I want him, when he stood on the channel playing, to be wearing the Lictor front t-shirt.
Yeah, but what about when he's hanging off the car door next time? Passes by.
It's advertising to
might
the other
be
cars.
Like, cool shirt.
I feel like we could probably just do a 12-month calendar for 2025, which is just Joe photos in various states of being. Like,
yeah.
100%. One with just like shower cap on. Honestly.
Yeah.
Never doubt Brom's skill of pulling defeat from the jaws of victory. 100%. 100%. Amazing. I would gladly trade 5 years of my life to eat delicious doner kebabs every day. Quality of life is greater than quantity of life.
Yes, but the trouble is, I still need Liam's quantity of life to help me raise these 2 boys. Once they're out the door, do what you like with a doner kebab, but I can't do that bit on my own. So no doner kebab until at least one of them is 16. So, no.
Is anyone else in Baltimore, in America?
Oh, that bridge?
No, I need to go check on John.
Why?
I think he had a stroke mid super chat. Have you seen it? Someone check on John. I know what's happened. He's gifted 1, and then he's started typing in Dutch.
Could we get a t-shirt that says top-down camera or something hinging session
Bless you.
Right, that's what I'm talking about, right? Anyone from Denmark or Holland who can tell me what the fuck that means? Joe does need more t-shirts. Get into the AM sponsorship like everyone else. No, but they offered us one. Warhammer, they offered us one, and I ended up turning it down. I would buy a Joe calendar. I'm deadly serious. We all would, Brandon. We all would. I'd have it up in the office room. John's on the strike. Yeah, it's not gonna like keep Eddie out the calendar and I'll buy one.
Today, I had to buy a Lictor t-shirt for our next GT. Does Joe shit in the woods? Has to be the next one.
Does Joe shit in the woods?
Yes, he does.
And we'll just have, all it'll be was the side like profile of a car and his face through the window and his feet underneath with no shoes or socks on.
Obviously.
That's the design. Does a Joe shit in the woods is the design. It might happen.
That's it.
After the success of the Lictor t-shirt, Joe and I were in WhatsApp going, let's come up with more really like close to the mark designs that GW will probably not want us to sell. Because clearly that's our most successful business model so far.
Poor Joe. He has no privacy anymore.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. Did you know what he said? What he said on stream last night, I didn't know this, by the way. I didn't know this till yesterday, and I fucking died in that producer's chair. Because we talked about it yesterday, because it's the first time we've been on stream properly since he told me, with the exception of last Wednesday. And we were so stressed about going to the zoo that night that I forgot about it. So I brought it up on stream yesterday, and he told the story.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what made it worse? I said, what? What made it worse? He said, what made it worse was the fact that Peachy texted me and said, I hope your stomach's better.
Aww.
Because Peachy, when Joe messaged me on Monday, he was like, can I come in tomorrow? I was like, yeah, why not? He went, well, no, I'm not in any content tomorrow, but I want to come in and fangirl over Peachy. I was like, of course you can. Absolutely, you can come over. 100% you can.
Aww.
So obviously he turned up to meet one of his hobby heroes, and then Peachy messaged him after, because Peachy watched the Wednesday night stream, and then Peachy messaged him and was like, I hope your stomach's okay. Joe was like, oh, great. He didn't care about me saying it to the 200 people watching. He just cared about Peachy knowing about that particular incident. Okay. Unbelievable. Down by the ocean in Maryland, better side of the bridge. Close. Go check on John. I think he's had a stroke. Right.
This is the first time I'm having a passionate and emotional disagree with Luce. Doner kebabs for life. I love doner kebabs, but we're doing so well. We're doing so well.
Sure, let me put it this way, right? Let me put it this way. So if I ordered them towards the end of the stream and they turned up, she'd eat the lot.
But we're doing so well.
But I have to decide at that point whether it's going to be worth the fucking ear bashing or not. Mm-hmm. And if I can gently persuade over the course of the hour, the ear bashing potential is lower.
We're doing so well, though.
I've gone for one jog and one gym session.
Exactly. How easy is it to be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow? But we didn't. We did it in the morning. We did it. And we've had our rest day. Today was our rest day.
Is Joe Yogi Bear in disguise?
He said to us yesterday he's the guy from the Muppets Christmas Carol in disguise. Know me better, man. Yeah, and everyone respected him for that.
He does a little bit.
He does look a little bit like it, yeah. Sometimes he even sounds like him a little bit. Shut up and take my money. We need to do just a Joe shit in the woods shirt. I think that might be the next one, but I might not tell him. I might just get Scrivo to make it and then just launch it.
So how would we... Okay, right. So there was no... There's going to be too many questions about this shirt. People might go, I don't understand. Why is he holding onto the car, but there's no
seriousness,
clothes?
there's a terrible idea for a t-shirt.
That's stated as normal super chat but turned into a but super chat. Alice celebrities and national treasurers should offer expect privacy.
John, thank you. Normally, at this time in the morning, is it in the morning over there now? It's 8 p.m. in the UK. You're -5. So, so it's what is it? 20 minus 5 is 50. So it's 3 o'clock. Okay, so it is conceivable that on a Wednesday at 3 o'clock you could be drinking. But the last two super chats, it seems a little bit like you may have had too much already. Because I don't entirely know what that one said either. To be fair, it was more English. It was less Dutch. But I don't really know what it says, John. Thanks for the 10, dude. You're a legend. No wonder you stick to normally just gifting. It's much easier, isn't it? I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. And the reason why it's a terrible t-shirt design idea is it costs me £100 to get the t-shirt designed. For Scrivo's time.
Yeah.
And if you think about how much time he took drawing it and getting it already, like it's not, he's probably, hourly rate is probably less than minimum wage with the amount of time it took, right? So I don't mind the fee. I'm not whinging about the fee at all. And I think it's the greatest fucking t-shirt we've ever made. I actually said frequently yesterday, I've peaked on YouTube. This is my peak. This is it. We're done now. It's all down here from here, right? It's about £100 to get that t-shirt made. Now, I think we may, on sales, have made that money back now because it is print on demand, so we don't make a lot of money from each t-shirt. But I think we may have made that money back, so it's a worthy investment, right?
Yeah.
That being said, if I did £100 for a Joe behind a car taking a shit t-shirt, we might struggle.
Although the people who heard the story and know, they would probably wear it with pride all the time.
Yeah.
But would we really break even?
I do like the idea of people walking around their local town with a Joe shit on the woods, though. It does make me happy.
Imagine turning up to parents' evening with a Joe shits in the woods.
Yeah. Morning Hammer, thank you so much for the gifted membership. That puts us on 50 of the finest gifted memberships. Just 50 to go. Oh, hello.
Just because you don't want people to, I'm going to order Indian and get some kebab and curry loose. It's all your fault.
I'm just saying, we've done really well. Today was our rest day. Tomorrow's alarm clock.
John saying that celebrities and national treasures shouldn't expect privacy. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Stephen, you are now officially John's translator.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got yourself a job. Hey Liam, how's it going? Really good, Alec, man. Thank you very much. The other reason why I'm asking this question in seriousness as well, chat, is because I am currently at home building, or I have been building this, right? Vanguard AOS box for Lumineth Realm Lords. Yesterday, what turned up in the studio for Kyle was the Vanguard for the Gloomspite Gits. And as a person who's looking at starting a Custodes army, I strongly considered the new Custodes Combat Patrol as well. And I'm like, for getting into new armies in the channel in general, we just go straight to Combat Patrols. We go straight to Combat Patrols, we go straight to Vanguard boxes, we go straight to Spearheads. And I thought that was just the norm. I thought everyone kind of did that, but it looks like it's not just me, actually. Depends on what Combat Patrol you get. The current Tau one, before it gets replaced, is good. The AdMech one, bad. What's the AdMech one? I need to have a look now. I've seen a few people say the AdMech one's bad in chat. Let's go have a look. Actually, let me get it up in front of you. Whee. Let's have a look, right? So we go Warhammer 40k, we go Armies of the Imperium, and we go Adeptus Mechanicus. Combat Patrol, AdMech. 5 Squawkers, 10 Rangers, a Weird Tech Priest, and 3 Horses. It's not amazing, is it? Points per pound in the current edition is fucking terrible, actually. To be fair. So I'd go AdMech. Well, we've got an experiment we could do, actually. Let's do this. AdMech bad, right? Warhammer 40k. Armies of the Imperium. Sisters. Sisters Combat Patrol. 10 Sisters. 3 Archoflagellants. 4 Repentia with a Whippy Lady. 5 Seraphim. A Rhino. Okay, Sisters good. Sisters good Combat Patrol. Mostly repeatable. Right, good. Armies of the Imperium. We're not going to go for all the Space Marine ones because that get boring. Custodes. The new Custodes one.
Custodes.
That's the Battle Force. That's not the Custodes Combat Patrol. The new Custodes Combat Patrol. Good. It just is. Right. 5 normal Custodian Guard. 5 Wardens. 3 Alerus Custodian Terminators. Blade Champion. Good box. No questions. Job done. Custodes, good. Armies of the Imperium. We've done Sisters, we've done Custodes, we've done Admech. Astra Militarum. Combat Patrol, solid. Points-wise, low, but lots of models. Combat Patrol Squad, 2 Infantry Squads, Sentinel, Heavy Team. I think this is a solid one. It's perhaps not as good points-wise as the rest. I think it's a solid box on the whole. Armies of the Imperium, I think we're done now. Imperial Knights don't have one. So we'll go Armies of Chaos. Chaos Demons. Great if you like Corn Demons. Incredible if you like Corn Demons. Terrible if you like anything else. Simple as that. Right, let's keep going. Oh, I hate this fucking website, by the way. So clunky. Chaos Space Marines. Combat Patrol. Dark Apostle. Okay. Some Legionnaires. Some Havocs. And a Hellbreed. Not bad. Not bad. It's okay. That's all right, that one. Not bad. We're going to keep going. We're doing this for science. Death Guard. Combat Patrol Death Guard. Oh, fucking awful. 20 Poxwalkers. Who wants that? And Typhus, named character. Instantly a terrible Combat Patrol. Instantly a terrible Combat Patrol. No questions at all. Are you writing down your order?
No.
I thought that's what you got your pen out for.
No, I need to...
Thousand Suns, Combat Patrol.
I need to timetable
Dreadful.
our day tomorrow because our sports session has changed time.
Thousand Suns of Combat Patrol, absolutely dreadful. Facts. World Eaters. So Death Guard bad, Thousand Suns bad. World Eaters, actually quite good. Actually quite good. 20 Berserkers, 10 Jackals, and a Lord on Juggernaut. Actually quite good. I'm a fan of the World Eaters one. Okay, good. Right, so far so good. Xenos armies. Aldari. Hard to say. The monopose Farseer multiple times annoys me. Not bad. Not incredible. Average. Medium. We'll call it medium. Drakari. Very good. Drakaris is really, really good. So we've got the Incubi. We've got the Cavalite Warriors. We've got the Archon and 2 boats. Really, really good value for the Drakari one. I'm not looking at chat, I'm just chucking out my opinions, and then you can all tell me how bad I am or how wrong I am. Geese to the Colts. There's a fair amount of models, but I feel like this stuff's all really cheap. I don't think you want multiple of her either. I don't think this is where I would go if I was starting Geese to the Colts. Doesn't look great. More Xenos armies. Leagues of Votan. Combat Patrol. 5 Berserks, 10 Warriors, a Carl, 3 Bikes. Pretty shit value. But they're restricted by their model range, I guess. But not a massive fan of that box. Xenos ones aren't doing so well right now. Necrons. Big shooty gunman. Overlord. 3 Scorpec, 10 Warriors, 3 Scarabs. Average. I mean, that seems like not a lot for 95 quid though, right? Maybe that's just me being a greedy fucker. But when you look at like the 2 boats of Drakari, it doesn't seem like you get a lot for 95 quid there. Orcs.
The new Custodes Combat Patrol is amazing.
Agree. I think it's quite good. This one actually, I'm not a fan of. Like I think this one's pretty good on the whole actually. Especially Beast. I like the Beast Snagger stuff more than the old Orc stuff. This is quite cool. I think Orcs is okay. Again, you can tell me how wrong I am. Tau Empire. We've just seen the new one. So that's not on. The old one's not on here anymore. The new one is good value. The new one looks good for Tau, actually. I think it's a decent box. And then, hang on a minute. Excuse me, chat. Excuse me. And then, Tyrannades. I should have this Combat Patrol. No. I'm not about this Combat Patrol. You've got lots of Termagants. You've got the Barb Gaunts, the Psychophage, the Von Ryan's Leapers, and the Winged Dude that doesn't really have a unit to join. It's not terrible. But it's just some of Leviathan, isn't it? Without the Screamer Killer. I felt like they could have just put the Screamer Killer in that one. It would have been okay, right? Go to 40k, just go Combat Patrol instead of going army by army. It's too late now, isn't it? The Combat Patrol for GSC is amazing. Do you reckon? I don't know. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it, chat. Xenos armies. I think that's everything. That's all of them. There we go. So, a quick breakdown. Combat Patrol by Combat Patrol. What I think was good and what I think is not good. Ben, thank you for the 350, by the way. I do agree. The Custodians one's really, really good. My custom bases for my Custodians army was dispatched today, so I should be starting them soon as well, which excites me. I'm looking forward to more Custodians. I'm excited about Custodes. And kebab.
We're doing too well. We're doing so well.
Nid's Combat Patrol is the Nid's half of Leviathan light. It is, yeah.
You only moaned a little bit about the gym.
Actually, yesterday, excuse me, fucking hell. Yesterday, no moaning about the gym at all. This morning, different story.
Yeah, did you make it to the gym today?
I wasn't supposed to go to the gym today. I'm supposed to go to the gym tomorrow.
Were you supposed to go for a run today?
No, not for the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the first 2 weeks. I'm easing into it. Easing into it. And actually, I also found out last night that you're not having alarm clocks on Wednesdays. So the run idea on Wednesday might just go flat out the window.
Why?
Because if there's no alarm clock, I like to make the most of that. So it might be that we go jog Monday, gym Tuesday, gym Thursday, jog Friday, and then I've spoke to Brom about going mountain biking again at the weekend at some point. I'm fed up of not being able to see my own penis, Luce, all right? Fed up of it, right?
Well, if you want, I can tell you what it looks like if there's any cause for concern.
No, you can't!
I can report
You can't!
back.
The hangover hides it.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No. Can't see your own penis.
So yeah, we're on a bit of a fitness drive, but I'm a person who used to be like, I'll do the fitness, but I can still eat whatever I want. Right? That's a thing. And to be able to eat what I want, I have to do more of the fitness stuff, which is fine. But I still want to be able to eat what I want. Proper equipment needs a roof over it. These painting magnification glasses help me see my penis. Maybe we have different problems though. Use a mirror. I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be honest with you. Does the bedroom not have a mirror? It does, yeah, but it's on the wall in the bathroom at head height, Gaz. It's only about that big. I see about this much of me. And if I have to take loads of steps back to be able to get that part in the shot, then I definitely can't see it. I definitely can't see it in a fucking telescope.
Oh, we have one of those.
Yeah, you ain't fat that you can't see your wiener and can't tie your shoes without getting out of breath. I'm there, bull. I'm there. When you pee struggle, just say, right, when you get to a certain age as a male, you just sit down. It's just easier.
Just sit down.
You just sit down. It's just easier, isn't it? Just easy to just sit down. I'm building my Custodes Land Raider currently. Good man. The old Orc Combat Patrol was way better. What was in that one, Anthony? I don't remember. We're at 100. Also, chat, we're at 123 likes with 195 people watching. I'm sure at least 50 of you can chuck another like on the stream for me. What would be super helpful is if at least 50 of you could chuck another membership at us and we could hit our membership goal. That would be amazing. Check the prices of all the units in the GSC Combat Patrol, then tell us what a bad value it is. See, this is the thing. So, all right. This is the thing, Electroman, as well, that I struggle with sometimes with people in general and just whether I'm approaching this the right way. I think a lot of people do this, and this is an interesting conversation to have with people because I think this is an individual, like, opinion-based thing, right? Value. Is value simply only based on how much money the box is worth versus how much you pay? Or is value also based on how good the units are, the sorts of things you can build from them, how repeatable the box is for purchase, how good a core of an army it is? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So in terms of individual value, if you just go pounds per model or pounds per kit, so a Combat Patrol box from Games Workshop is £95, and you add the whole box together, you go, there's 170 quid of stuff in here. That arguably does, and most people can't argue, make it financially just good value, flat. If you were going to buy all those things anyway, yeah, right? If you were going to buy those things anyway, that makes it good value. That being said, if you look at the box and you go, well, I don't want 4 Typhuses from my Death Guard box, well, no matter how good the price is, the box arguably becomes worse in value, right? So I think if you're going to buy all of the units in the Genius of the Cult box and all the units are decent, yeah, 100%. 100% is good value. if you don't want half the units in the box, well, I'm paying £95, but I wouldn't have otherwise bought half the units. So I take out the units I wasn't going to buy. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a really, in terms of value, which is always subjective. This is the thing I want to get through to people in general, right? Value in anything is subjective. Value in our content is subjective. So most of you in chat are green names. You're suggesting, at least, that you think the content arguably is worth paying for, unless you're on a gifted, of course. If you're on a gifted or if you're on a grey name, you're saying, don't think the content's worth paying for. Perfectly fine. It's all subjective. We're doing our best to try and appeal to the widest audience possible and make people's subjective opinion on value be like, we all think it's worth it. Mobile phones. Some people will see the iPhone, the latest iPhone, whenever that comes out, as being worth the value. And some people will say that iPhones are a rip-off. Okay? Warhammer 40k in general. You go to a normal person who doesn't play Warhammer 40k and be like, you can buy this whole army, it'll only cost you 600 quid. They're going to go, fuck off. What? For plastic toys? Because they don't see the value in it. Value subjective. Some people buy milk from the milkman rather than getting it from the superstore, because some people think that that's more valuable than going and buying plastic cartons from the superstore. Each to their own. Value is incredibly subjective. And so and that's true for everything. Branding of clothes, brand of car, type of shoes you wear. Like everything for value is subjective, and companies can't just go, it is worth this much. It's only worth that much if a person, an individual, is prepared to pay that money. And I would suggest that for most companies, actually, you need more than just a person prepared to pay that money. You need many people who are prepared to pay that money. And if you end up in a situation where many people are prepared to pay that money, that means that product is good value. And sometimes companies will gently put prices up until it gets to a point where people are like, I'm not buying that anymore. And they go, oh, we've hit the limit there, where people are now not seeing this as value. Okay? I'm a Thane, and the value isn't worth it. Brilliant. Thanks, Star. Thanks for encouraging more people to join us. You
Wait,
fucking hero.
You actually have milkmen over there.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Stephen, right? They don't have to drive 3 hours between houses.
And some milkmen, if you're getting in really, really late from nightclubbing, you can bump into them.
You can. We actually get our milk delivered from literally a local dairy farm. Literally a local one. Right? Value for me, a fair price point with useful squads, paints, brushes, modelling stuff, maybe even narrative fluff piece, a how-to guide, and where to go next. Oh, Kai, I think that's been missing from this game for ages, mate. And they've sort of started to bring it in. So with 9th edition, with 10th edition, so they've got the recruit edition and all that kind of stuff, the starter boxes. The problem you have of those, Guy, and one of those boxes, I can't remember which one it is, but one of those boxes has got paints and it's got brushes and stuff in it. But it's Orcs and Space Marines, and if you're not into... No, sorry, it's Necrons and Space Marines. If you're not into Necrons and Space Marines, it's not... Again, it's not good value, right? 100%.
Stephen's blown away by the milkman.
Yeah.
Wow, just wow.
I remember the Coal Man, the Pop Man, and Rag and Bone Man. Oh yeah, the guys who used to travel around in the vans and say fizzy pop out the back of the vans.
I never saw those.
And the guy who used to drive around in the meat van.
We got the Coal and Wood Man.
Did you?
Yeah, because the fireplace that I've often talked about.
Yeah.
And then Mum bought the wrong wood once, so I had to eat my dinner curbside because she smoked the house out.
we had a coal fireplace. I have no idea where that coal ever came from.
They load it in for you. So if you're a coal bunker, if you have a coal hole.
No. Our coal bunker is if you do. Excuse us a minute, chap. If you go into my parents' passageway out the back of the house, right? If you go out that passageway, straight across is the bit where they've got like the fridge and the.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn left, there's a cupboard under the stairs. Because they don't have a cupboard under the stairs house side. That's the coal bunker. You can't fill it from anywhere but that cupboard. It's the only place you can get to it.
Maybe your dad did it while you're in bed then. Or...
No, I know he put it in there, but I don't know where it came from. I don't know where they got it from.
The man in the van.
Maybe. But I never saw it. I'm not saying it's not the man. I don't know where it.
The man in the van did it.
Anthony, thank you so much for becoming a Hesir tier member, putting us over that halfway mark. 49 to go. 50 members, chat, to get to 100. Come on, you can do it.
Can you upgrade membership?
Can you upgrade memberships on your phone, John? It entirely depends. Especially if your iPhone, it's really, really funny, right? So if you took your membership out on PC, you in Google, you have to do it via there. If you took your membership out via your phone, you go into your iPhone settings, you go into your subscriptions in iTunes, and you manage it there. So if you did it on your computer, your phone probably won't let you upgrade it. If you did it on your phone, your computer probably won't let you upgrade it. It's a massive pain in the arse. But yeah, there's a distinct difference, unfortunately. I need a 3D printer so I can design and make my own terrain. See, when we get ours up and running in the near future, Dave, it's the only reason why I'm interested in 3D printing is for terrain, to be honest with you. I remember the Breadman van.
My neighbour used to make her bread, and I think she used to make our bread for us sometimes. I remember her house just constantly smelling of food. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
It's
Always
amazing.
smelling of food. As a Catachan player, the guard box is not good value for me. Yeah, it's the same with Demons though, like I said, right? If you're a Khorne Demons player, the box is great value. If you're Tzeentch Demons, it's fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Dave, imagine if there was a kebab van man. What music would he play?
We got one in the road. You have one a roundabout.
No, like, you know, the ice cream truck goes... Like,
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
go out in the woods today, do that. What would the song be for the kebab man?
Just be fucking trombones. That's what it'd be. That's what it'd be. In the US, we teach children to be afraid of strange men driving vans. We encourage them to get in. Stephen, to be fair.
I need the weekend off. Get in the van.
The Arborfield Kebab van, blast from the past. Yeah, 100%. This is the 70s. We would have a podcast delivery van. Amazing. I remember the lollipop van man and the day the police came from. That took a turn I wasn't expecting. Used to have the Pearl insurance guy come every Friday to pick up people's life insurance money.
Wow.
I didn't know that was a thing. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Did you ever have the Betterware man?
No, we did have Tupperware parties.
Isn't that the strangest thing?
Yeah.
A Tupperware party. I once got invited to an Ann Summers party. Most terrifying moment of my life of, I don't want to know what you all get up to. I'm also not interested in, why do I want you to know what underwear I have? My washing line is in the back garden, not in the front garden.
I mean, obviously I'm a man, so there is an element of this having an impact on what I'm about to say. But I've always found the concept of Ann Summers parties incredibly strange.
Really, yeah. Why would you? But then I think I have quite a old-fashioned take on intimacy anyway. Like, I never discuss it with friends, and when friends try and discuss theirs with me, I find it super uncomfortable. I will try my hardest to get out of that room as quick as possible. I went for a Christmas drink with some friends. Didn't take long for them to all start chatting, and I used the excuse of, I was going to get Liam some Christmas Belgian chocolate. I'm just going to nip out and get it because I needed to get out of that room as quick as possible. I can't do it. So when I get invited to Ann Summers stuff, I think I'd make myself vomit just as an excuse to be like, I'm clearly contagious. I have to go. I need to leave now.
Chat, Lockie, there's one answer here. Lockie says, building my Hellbrute for World Eaters Army. What loadout should I go with? Come on, chat. There's one answer here, right? 5 more likes. We hit 150 likes for the stream. Oh, thanks, guys. I'll press the button. That'll make it happen. Watch this. The Pearl Insurance guys all went out of business because they turned up in a Porsches and people stopped paying. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that.
I've never heard of them.
Tupperware party. Please explain this absurd word pairing.
I can't. It's a really strange idea to me. You buy like lunch boxes and measuring jugs and bits and bobs for the kitchen, and then you show them to your friends so then they can buy some, even though we all know you can get it from Wilko's.
Yeah.
Or it's a bizarre concept.
John
to me.
says we had an ice cream van that sold porn.
No. Do you remember when porn used to be in the newsagents? It'd be on the very top
In magazines.
in magazines, and they'd be sort of like tucked behind
and the picture
each other.
didn't move. And the women didn't shave. Yes, I remember those, Liz.
And they'd have to keep the kids' magazines really down low so that kids' eyesight, you wouldn't think to look up because all the fun stuff's down at the bottom. And they used to have stars over the nipples.
John says, question for a friend, right? Can a bloke hold a fleshlight party and sell it to his mates without it getting weird?
No. No.
John was in the infantry. I think the answer to him specifically is yes. Probably. That's not the weirdest thing they've done. Stu, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. What a hero.
I think he's moved on from the crayons now.
We're kicking off for the membership train again, chat. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. We're kicking off on the membership train once again. Nowadays it's called LMM, yeah. I was invited to be a male model at an Ann Summers party, but then I did have a 6-pack and I was shagging the girl who invited me.
Well,
that's a flex, Kai, isn't it?
It's a perk of the job.
Is it a flex though if it's all past tense? Is it less of a flex now that it's past tense? Tupperware parties are just a neighbour's attempt to rope you into Ponzi scheme. 100% Siege Reads, yeah. Reader's Wives, I learned that a growler was God bless the 80s.
Brom,
well, this is definitely gone downhill rapidly. If you turned up for 40k chat about Combat Patrol, I'm very sorry, chat. Brom sometimes.
He says they get the fish man knock their door. So you know you get your meat man and your coal man and your wood man.
Yeah.
They get the fish man, and each time they're like, no, thank you. I don't want to know where that fish is stolen from. Nope, I'm not buying any of it. Or how old it is. Yeah. Is your van temperature controlled? Because
Stephen with them, thank you for 5 more gifted. I told you the membership train started. We just need 8 more people to gift 5. Is that right? Yes, that's 40, isn't it?
Stu says the Tupperware parties that my elder sisters used to go to all ended up with the things that you get from an Ann Summers nowadays.
That's weird.
So is it under the guise of Tupperware, but actually it's a sex ed lesson?
I don't. That sounds weird. I'm also mildly concerned about the fact that it's his elder sisters and he knows all about it.
Well, of course the younger brothers know what their older sisters are doing.
Stu, you should have taken yourself out of those wardrobes. You're not supposed to watch them when they don't know.
I don't know. Dad's got older sisters, and he always used to say, never disagree with the older sisters, disagree with the younger ones, but the older ones can kick your ass. So just mum's the word. I didn't see it. I don't know about it.
Did the S Club party end all these parties? Fucking brilliant. That's a great comment. In Denmark, we have Side 9 girls. Each week, a girl gets some nude photos posted in Extra Bladet, a news magazine.
Oh.
Should we just move to Denmark?
Do they have stars over their nipples?
I feel like
because that's the standard over here, wasn't it?
I always feel like I want to live in Scandinavia. Every time I hear anything about Scandinavia, I feel like I want to live in Scandinavia. And then I realise that they have very cold winters and lots of snow. I'm like, no, fuck that. I like the warm too much. No, I like the warm too much.
No, put me on a mountain.
I was 12, Mum and Dad were out. I'm sure they were. Did you check that wardrobe? Because you might have found your dad. Luke, thank you for the gifted membership. Delayed in Q8 on the way back from Tour 2007. Medics got hold of some EpiPens. Fast forward 50 minutes. A whole platoon of us were seeing sounds and trying to phase through walls. Recommend to all. Brilliant. I'm sure that was perfectly fine and legal.
Milkman used to bring fizzy pop, and you also had the tea man.
What?
What's it like? Your tea?
I feel like I want a tea man.
Your tea and coffee also was a man in a van.
Why do we never get a tea man?
I've never heard of the tea man. Was it like loose tea and you get your teapots and stuff, or just tea bags?
Duke of Petron says, "Will someone give 50 gifties?" I'd love that, Duke, but I don't think it's going to happen tonight. We've still got plenty of streams of April left as well, to be fair. I think it's going to happen tonight, though. Brilliant. Nope, no stars. We are really free here. We also have a lot of nude beaches. But it's always cold, isn't it? How does that work?
It's one way to get used to the temperature.
We could all fucking cut glass. Luke gave just a tip. He did. He did. EpiPens sounds more like morphine pens. The infantry don't care, Stu. They'll stick anything in them. CO is thanking every god he didn't have a whole platoon experience a group cardiac arrest. There was a time where Ann Summers' edible underwear was cheaper per sugary sweet on elastic than buying the same bracelet sweets from the shop. You do get funny looks eating underwear in town, though. I'm sure you did, Gaz. I'm sure you did.
Rington's tea man with biscuits, as well as loose tea, as well as bags. What? So biscuits and tea, man.
You had a biscuits and tea man.
Why isn't this still around?
I feel like that's the one business that probably should have survived in England. Seedroots, thank you for the gifted membership. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 5, man. You're a legend. What an absolute hero. Thank you for 6 gifted in total. Seedroots, thank you for that one. Mordy Hammer 5 is amazing. You're beautiful. We're up to 68 of the finest gifted memberships. Thank you so much. We should have Warhammer parties where we try and sell Warhammer or a Warhammer van that goes around luring middle-aged men out of pubs. It's like nerd napping all over again. Thank you so much, you wonderful people.
Did you all live in the middle of nowhere? How did you have no shops around? I don't understand.
No, Jill. We had people come to us.
We just had several men visiting the house in
the vans.
Miscellaneous vans.
Look, these people need a legitimate reason to be driving around in a van, okay? Because if you can't get your kicks from driving around in a van, you had to work for the BBC, basically. That was the rules. It's much easier to drive around in a van selling something that people don't want. But it wasn't just vans, though. People used to turn up in pubs and sell shit.
Yeah, they did. The meat raffle in a pub would be like, where is this meat from?
Get rid of all those flies. Pick all the flies off.
Why? I mean, you don't have a leg of lamb. You have, like, the whole lamb. Where is this from? What farmer is now seething?
Dave says, my village, we had a local shop and 6 pubs within walking distance. Was a clever village. Everyone was cleverer than me, and we had no idiots.
We love you, Dave.
I love you, Dave. You're my favourite person called Dave B from Cumbria. Was this the pedo 1970? Exactly, Jill, yeah? See, this is what it's known as. You got the Victorian age, the Edwardian age, the Elizabethan age, and the pedo age. It's just one of those ages, right?
I had 4 elder sisters and 1 elder brother. When we did human biology when I was 13, kind of let it slip that I already had seen what goes where and the kinds of noises my elders make.
Stu, this isn't making it better. This is getting weirder, my friend.
I think Stuart would like to
Because at no point have you explained that any people outside the family were involved in this. Now, I am aware that you are, in fact, from Ireland, but
possibly Catholic.
I'm hoping that when you are aware of all the sounds and what happens, other people were involved outside of the 4 elder sisters and the 1 elder brother. Because I don't know how to break it to you. I know you're a bit older than even me now. That's not normal. Well, unless you live in Norfolk. Well, it is. Right? Sounds to me like you English have a lot of unhappy housewives. Facts. Straight facts. Straight facts, Stephen. You've met Brom, right? You've seen him.
Aww.
Do you know about the Welsh tradition of these? Do I need to read this? Because it's from John. I feel like I need to vet everything I read from John before I actually read it. Because sometimes I read it and it seems perfectly innocent. I think he does this on purpose. It seems perfectly innocent and then it tumbles down this dark rabbit hole and I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have read that out loud. They had their boyfriends, all 5 of them. It's fine, Stu. It's all fine. Just once again, Stuart's make us Stuart's look normal. Is Ireland also Alabama? Brilliant. Stu's local delivery men drove around in a van that had EOD on the side of it. True.
What's EOD?
Bomb disposal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because Stu's from Northern Ireland.
Luke's
is like instantly not impressed. Bugger off Northern forget like that. Is it not? Are you sure?
I was a milkman. I got no bored housewife clunge. Classy, Dave. Thank you.
Was that a you issue though, mate?
Actually, being a milkman kind of looks like a really nice job because
no, it doesn't. Early mornings sucks already.
Yeah, but if you're like sort of night shifty early morning person and you're just awake, then you're kind of on your own, so you just get to crack on with it. No manager hovering around, and you're outside, so you get to see all the foxes and stuff. That must be nice. In my lovely daydream.
As an individual who doesn't like mornings, it sounds fucking awful.
You love mornings.
I hate mornings.
You talk about them every bedtime.
I do, yeah. I don't
You
want it
love
to come.
mornings.
Please never wake up. That's what I often think. Right? I'd rather just stay in this eternal sleep. Mad Larkin, will you address the rumour that Fulgrim will be getting a 40k model towards the end of 10th edition? 100%, yeah, of course. Not based on the rumours though, but based on, in my opinion, logic. So I have not seen any leaks or rumours about Fulgrim getting a 40k model. I've not had any eyesight on that at all. I've got no awareness of it whatsoever. That being said, as we discussed the other week, right, they're removing the Emperor's Children stuff from the Chaos Space Marine Codex, and they're giving themselves an index. The last time they did that was World Eaters. At some point after that happened, World Eaters got their own codex. So it is very, 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 very highly likely that Emperor's Children at some point will get their own codex. I don't believe they'll wait till 11th edition. I do believe they'll do it in 10th edition, and I also believe they'll do it towards the end of 10th edition. I don't think it'll be soon. I think it'll be later in the edition, okay? Now, if you look at every other deity that has had its own individual codex when breaking away from Chaos Space Marines, a la Thousand Suns, Death Guard, and World Eaters, every single one of them have got themselves a plastic 40k Primarch. I absolutely 100% believe there will be a plastic 40k Fulgrim Primarch. 100%. I also believe it's just at least a license to print money because tons of people will buy it. And tons of people have bought all of their Primarch models despite not even collecting the army. So I absolutely think it will happen. The only thing I'm mildly concerned about is I personally believe that the Forge World representation of Demon Fulgrim is fucking glorious. And I kind of want the 40k one to be similar. At which point, if you've got two similar models, what's the point in having one or the other? But I do kind of want it to be similar because I think it looks really, really nice. I'm a big fan of it. I don't want them to overly demonify him like they kind of did with Magnus and Mortari and Angron. But who knows? So yeah, I absolutely think it will come. I do also think it will be the end of 10th edition. Got nothing to do with rumours or leaks. It's just to do with adding or applying logic to what's already been said, what's already been released. There you go. Zaphel, have I said that right? Zaphel, thank you for the gifted membership, man. What a legend. Up to 69. 31 to go, chat. 31 to go. 28 minutes. No, lies. 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I was like, I didn't chat. No, not you. It's a different Mad Larkin. There's two Mad Larkins in chat now. I had to fight off a gaggle of geese, got bit by dogs on a weekly basis, and chased by cows on my milk round.
Gaggle of geese.
Dave did the fucking countryside fucking hurdles, didn't he?
He must have been a fit nipper then.
Great job getting us 150 likes on tonight's stream, chat. It really helps the channel while with the YouTube algorithm. It does, Gas. 100% does, mate. Thanks. Space Wolves is always rumoured to come this winter or spring. I can believe that, I guess. 40k Fulgrim should look like a mud-aged Jimmy Savile. Any thoughts on the Dread Mob nerf? What nerf? What nerf? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Dorian? I got Lionel Johnson. Don't even like Dark Angels, but it's an awesome model. It's a beautiful model, 100%. That's what I'm saying. It's licensed to print, right? Geese are horrible. Geese are the best guard dogs in the world.
Yeah.
They always do a new faction within a year of the next edition. Just look at Sisters, relaunch Votan and Worldies. Yeah, absolutely.
Just imagine. I'm not delivering to you anymore. Put those geese away.
I love and fucking hate this country at the same time sometimes, honestly. Some things are just so British all the time. Grot tanks went to Legends. Did they? When? Canadian geese are viscous. I think he means vicious.
I thought all the geese were vicious.
What was the fastest game in the world? Pass the parcel in Belfast in 1973.
You can't see it, Stu, but Lucy's in fact shaking her head at you. Geese are dangerous animals. Where I'm from, in the Forest of Dean, the geese are the local gangs. They all walk around tattooed and shit. Do you think Penal Legion last chances in a guard codex eventually? No, I don't think we'll see them. If I'm honest with you, John, I was a fit kid, Luce, was Rapid 2. Had Pro Trials Rugby League was set for Great British Lions call up, and then I got attacked by Goose. Oh no, tore both groins running away from a bull. Brilliant, there's a bull there now as well.
I've had to run away from a billy goat. Didn't realise how fast those things are. I think that's the fastest I ever cleared that farmer's field in my life, and I refuse to go back in there.
When the Grot Tanks Go Legends, just had a great game with my friends Grot Tanks. Yeah, I wasn't aware. Discovered Chinese food and Guinness, I became a fat fucker. Mate, we've all been there. We've all done that, Dave. That's men in general. I think what they don't tell you, like what they don't teach you is when you get to a certain age with men as well, you just get the Homer belly goes bong, and that's it then overnight.
Yeah,
It's like the last stage of male puberty, but it happens around 32 years old.
I've noticed that a lot of women I talk to are actually quite angry about the whole picket fence, have children, it's the dream thing, because still, in this age of all this information, they're still peddling the babies are lovely and you'll snap right back. I definitely grieved my previous body type.
Yeah. I've never had a Guinness. Are you serious, guys? You've never had a Guinness? To be fair, I feel like most people would be like, taste it, but oh, that's disgusting. I love it. I love a good Guinness. Love a good Guinness. We got 40 minutes chat, 31 members to go. Are we ordering that kebab or what?
No. I'm going to make myself some scrambled egg on toast.
Well, that sounds nice.
See, if you do things my way, you have a much more pleasant time.
I'm actually quite up for eating some scrambled egg and toast whilst waiting for the kebab. That's a good idea.
No! And then the geese arrived.
The animals in the UK learned the best way to survive was to be cute, except for the squirrels. Squirrels! The red squirrels are quite cute. These are grey ones. They came and murdered all the red ones. Many of us Orc players are depressed. I don't. Where have you seen this?
I don't think the Orc players are depressed.
Well,
like
if their
the
Grot
Orcs.
Tanks went to Legends, they might be.
Mugged by a squirrel. Oh, Jill.
Do not break, Liam. But you had 2 pieces of cake. Lucy's had 3 pieces of cake, Gaz. 3.
Yep, and I know exactly what's in it.
She said 3 pieces of... Lucy, pipe down. Kids are great, says Duke of Petching. He sounds like one of them that used to drive around in a van.
Kids, I think when you get to a point...
Joking, Duke. I'm joking, just to be clear.
You might start to fall in love with the idea of where you find yourself in your life, but the amount of women who chat about saying they're actually quite angry because more and more women are choosing to not have kids because they've realised that they don't have to buy into the idea of you might have to come away from your career, you might have to sacrifice far more than your husband or your boyfriend or whoever has sacrificed, just because the very biology of children is we lose our bodies more often than we get to keep them. So many angry women, but they love their kids. It's a really difficult conversation because they do love their kids, but they're just so angry. But it's good now that more and more women are going, nope, not having the babies, not doing it. I applaud those women. I love the boys, but I applaud those women.
There's a big Orc article that's gone up. Is it in that article? I've just skimmed it. I couldn't see anything in the article about Orcs and Grot Tanks. That's quite a big deal if they've actually got rid of it. I feel like loads of people got Grot Tanks. Grot Tanks.
What surprised me about Birmingham, when I walked into my local park and to my horror, there were over 30 geese on either side of me. I am not even exaggerating. I was afraid.
I'm sure you were. I can't. I don't know. It's probably Legends on Warcom. I'm on Warcom now. I am in fact on Warcom now, but I was just looking at the latest 40k article. I've just got the Orcs article in the Legends section. Is there a Legends section? Warhammer 40k. Index FAQs and erratas. Imperial Armor data sheets. Legends Orcs updated 24th. Cannon Wagon, the Red Gobbo, Pain Boy on Warbike, war tracks, scorchers, war bug. I used to have a scorcher. War buggies, big guns, death copters with big shooters specifically, kill crusher, death roller battle fortress, Chinook warcopter, fighter bomber, attack fighter, lifter wagon, got bomb launcher, big mech on war bike, boss Zagstruck. That always makes me sad, by the way. Boss Zagstruck makes me sad. Mad Doc Grotznick, Knob with War Banner, Mech Boy Workshop, big mech with custom force field, Captain Badruck makes me sad. Grot tanks right at the end. Grot Mega Tank, the Bastards, Squigoff, Kill Tank, Mega Dread, Mecha Dread, Big Track, War Boss on War Bike. There's too many cool things in fucking Legends for Orcs. Knobs on war bikes. That makes me sad. That actually makes me sad. Jill, thank you so much for 10 gifted, you amazing human being. Up to 77. Actually, it's 80. It's lying to me. It's actually 80. Got 20 to go, chat. 20 to go.
I'm still only on 18 likes, even though I know Gaz said earlier.
We're on 181 right now.
I don't know what's happening.
Hit refresh. Press F5.
Press what?
F5.
Oh, really? That's refresh.
Honestly.
Oh, that's fancy.
That's not fancy.
That's fancy.
Press F12.
F12?
Yeah.
Why?
Panic
What
now.
will that
Panic
do?
now. Would you press F12?
That's got a love heart on it.
Press F12.
What does... No, why? What are you...
Press F12. There you go. There's all your code.
Oh, I've accidentally pressed that before. I thought I broke it.
Chapter Master Bullsack. Thank you for 20 gifted memberships, Mr. the Bullsack.
Why might one need to know the code?
So you can look at what they've done on their website.
Why?
Thank you, Mr. the Bullsack, for 20 members. You are a legend. I love you. We are on around 100. If we could get to 150 now, it'd be great. Just throwing that out there. Thank you so much, man. You're a legend. Thank you for 20. You are amazing for 20. Stick Monkey is amazing for 20. Joe Cole's Only Feet is amazing for 20. The rest of you are also incredible for getting us to 100 of the finest gifted memberships. Thank you so much.
No, Luce did not know F5 was refresh.
No, she didn't know.
I tried to understand IT in the school. It just wildly overwhelmed me.
Press F11. Full screen web, baby.
Oh, how do I... Oh, F11 to exit. Oh.
Yeah, have you...
Look at this!
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm
Don't tell her to press
right.
Alt and F4. Fucking hell, chat. No, don't
Why,
press Alt
what's-
F4.
Jill, what's that?
Don't press Alt F4.
Why? What is
Do
that?
it at the end of the night.
Why? What? Okay.
Okay?
Imagine you are a developer, then looking at the code is handy. Yeah, I suppose so, but why?
I look at the code on GW websites specifically because you can go and find the individual thread that tells you the web address for the picture that they've used, and you can take that web address and get a big picture.
Two cannibals were eating a clown. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Very good.
Do it. Chapter Master Bullspec. They said a better Chapter Master than Valrak. Facts. 100% facts. This guy, he is amazing, isn't he? He is amazing. Oh my god, Liz.
But I wasn't very good in school. So all of these really complicated lessons, I think I blacked out most of the time. I'm not even sure. I was in the room, but I wasn't in the room.
Chat Stu's little £5 joke gets us £10 away from my super chat total as well. My super chat target, I should say. Bull, thank you for the gifted. What a legend. We're £10 away from my super chat target. Gaz was like, I didn't know 2 out of those 3 either.
See? Thank you. Thank you, Gaz.
I'm here for you, babe. Don't you worry.
What
I'm
else
here for
does it do? What does F1 do? It's
you.
got a
Race around really fast.
It's got a music symbol. Is that music
Look,
for
right.
like all the keyboards?
Your
do that?
keyboard has got lots of little symbols loose.
I love my keyboard.
Most of them don't mean anything as far as I'm aware.
Yes, they do. That one's a love heart. What does F12 do again?
F12 is your coding.
So I don't know why there's a love heart on it.
Well, it's your coding on a web page anyway.
Because is that like the health of the code? I don't know. And then F11 is actually a full screen, so that's useful. F10 just has a black box on it.
Press Control and then T at the same time.
Control and T?
Yep.
No, because
you use Google Chrome? You do, don't you?
Is that the 3 colours?
Yeah, the red, yellow, red, green. Yeah, so press Control T at the same time. New tab.
Oh, for T for tab.
Yeah, Control N.
N for...
Control N.
No. N for...
Just press Control N. New window.
Well, wouldn't that be Control W for window?
No. And the one that you lot need, because apparently a lot of you don't know shortcuts, the one that you lot need, if you're the same sort of people that we are, is Control Shift Delete is what you want, right? That clears all your browsing data. It's a fucking fresh wipe, that one, all right?
Duke has said, is Lucy blonde by any chance?
By choice, I might add. All right? But it definitely is fitting. Duke, let me put it that way, right?
What else is it? What is F? Okay, F9 has a picture of a house.
Thank you so much, Yesin, for the gifted membership. What legend?
What's F9?
I don't know what your pictures mean nothing to me.
What does F9 do on yours?
I don't know. I haven't...
I'm going to press it. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
okay.
happens.
I was just teaching you Chrome shortcuts because that's what I know. So, there you go. What's what one, Dave? I know CCP shortcuts. What's CCP shortcuts? Just pressing M on YouTube is mute, yeah. And spacebar is pause.
Hands up, who else has watched their colleagues copy and paste with no keyboard shortcuts? Me? I've done it. Because I've told you all I was in the room, but I wasn't in the room.
Luce is the single mouse click savage, Jill. She's the one that's like... Luce is the one that... Hang on. Right, where are we? Right. Luce is the one who goes, oh, I need this bit here. And then you'll see this happen loads. I'm like, you just want the end of the T, Luce. Yep. Luce, you just want the end of the T. This happens. And then eventually she'll get there, and then she'll go, this is the speed in which we highlight. And then we'll get to the start where she wants a bit... This happens. All right. And then most of us, when you get to here, we just Control C. Control C, copied, done. This is... painful. Yeah? It's painful, honestly. I just Control C. Job done.
But it's good that you let me do it. Even though I know you're pacing the room behind me.
Yes.
Because you need to put that energy somewhere.
Yes, I am. Right, chat. We got a Luke fact.
Oh, hang on.
And some Luke lore. It's fine. That means they've got time to get to the super chat target of £10 more.
New tab.
Yeah.
To search for one.
Just press Control A. No, you don't want Control A if she wants specifically one sentence, though, does she? That's the thing. Right?
Did you want me to find a fact or make up a fact that might be true?
You never tell them.
Well, then
you never tell them that, do you? I don't say, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Lisa, I'll tell you what we do. I'm going to tell you now in front of everyone. We're going to ask you if you think this is a true fact or not. Make one up. Just make it up, Lisa. That gives away the game, doesn't it?
But you don't know if it is true that in 1936 a car did actually fly for 10 seconds. You don't know that.
Off a bridge. It's not. Oh my God.
So a real fact then.
No, just go and find the... Oh, fuck me, woman. Don't worry about the extra £10 on Super Chats, chat. Let's just get this done.
Just
fucking
get it
hell.
done.
Victor's shirt's going to be around for a few. Want to snag one for a buddy of mine. I'm hoping, Tyler. I'm hoping. As long as James Workshop doesn't send me an angry email, I'm hoping they'll stay there, right? I'm hoping. We'll see. My fingers are crossed. They've been selling well. Where is my Shopify account? We had 32 orders the last time I checked. Orders. Order! When did that one come in? Yeah, we've got 32 orders have come in. 32 t-shirts have been purchased. We'll chase. James, thank you so much for the gifted. Oh, Matt. You're too kind, man. You're too kind. How you doing, Matt? How are you going, sir? Lucy bullshits. Kebabs are healthy and contain a lot of protein. Fact, Duke. Fact. That's a campaign.
I'm sure there is protein in there. But we're doing so well.
Stuart says, loose facts feel differently now, knowing she never hit F keys before.
Well, I didn't. This whole time I thought, well, they're not for me. I don't have a job that requires any F key. So I don't need to touch those. They're for the F key employees. I don't know why.
Thank you. For the F key employees?
If you have a job that requires the F key.
Have you never just needed to refresh a web page at home before?
I click the...
Of course you do, yeah. You're a one-hand mouse slave. That's what I told you. Bought yourself this fancy little keyboard just for show.
Oh, it's pink.
You one finger type as well, don't you?
No.
Just doing that isn't typing. That's not typing.
I do all of it.
Okay. Have you got your fact?
No.
Fuck me. Right, sorry, I'll stop distracting you then. Just Peachy, good man. Can we get 8 more likes to hit 200 for tonight's stream? I'll press the button, guys. It'll work. Watch. Is that it? Get t-shirts, fuckers, just to wind up GW if they ban it. Well, I mean, I don't. Maybe they won't. I was when we launched the t-shirt, I was legitimately really worried that they were going to. Now I'm not sure. I don't know. I think we'll probably be okay. Need at least 300 lictors out in the wild. Yeah. Liam, order the kebab while she's not looking. Well, she couldn't cancel it with her keyboard, could she? Let's be honest.
Looking flipping great, team.
Love
Cheers.
you, man. Thanks,
Clinking
Steve.
beer mugs.
Clinking beer mugs is my favourite kind of mugs, by the way. Right. Have you got one?
I haven't got a law, but I've got a fact.
We only need a fact. It's just Wednesday.
Okay.
We need both on Friday.
Oh, okay.
You started that precedent. It's your own fault.
Okay.
But for Wednesday, we just need a loose fact. If you're new here, chat, if you haven't hung out to the end of the stream before, loose fact is probably the reason why most people actually watch nowadays. No one really cares about Warhammer anymore. Basically, Lucy's going to read out a fact that she's found. Potentially a fact that she's found or made up. You guys have to decide if it's true or false. Is it loose, as in her name, Luce, which means true? It's an actual fact. It's true. This thing happened once upon a time. Or is it loose, Loose, which means false? It is not, in fact, a fact. And she definitely didn't just tell everybody that she sometimes makes them up. How long is this fact? Because Mr. the Siege Reach is just done a dono as well.
It's a little one.
Okay. You might interrupt us. So, loose fact.
Sailors once thought wearing gold earrings improved eyesight.
How?
Well, because it did.
I guess that how you know it's real love because it'd be up a fucking wall living with that nonsense. Stop making you life harder, loose.
Siege will be up a fucking wall living with your nonsense. See, chat? See? I live with that nonsense. It's not the other way around. Sailors are superstitious. They are superstitious, yeah. Bullshit, don't believe you. Loose, loose, loose. No loose, no loose, loose, loose. So loose. Way55, thank you for 5 gifted as well. You're a legend. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Over 100, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful humans. There's a couple of people think it's true. Most people think it's bullshit. Did you make that one up?
Nope.
Where did you read that one from?
The internet.
Must be true.
It must be true.
Everything you read on the internet is 100% true, right? Right, Jill put 1. Brilliant. Thank you very much. You people are incredible human beings. So thank you so much for hanging out this night. Thank you so much for 205 likes on the stream. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you for 108 gifted memberships. Oh, excuse me, gifted memberships. You bloody heroes. I love you all very dearly. And thank you so much for all the super chats. You're incredible. You're incredible.
Loose fact should be called loose fact with a PH due to her aversion of F keys.
Facts with a PH. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we say goodnight, sweetheart?
No.
We're having some lovely scrambled egg and kebab meat on chips.
No.
Toast?
Scrambled egg on toast. And then there's the rest of that cake to eat.
I'm not eating more fucking cake today.
It's essential food. It has eggs and flour and butter in, which are essential food groups. So
Necromancer Goblin says it is false. The gold earrings were to pay the boat for death.
on the internet, said it improved eyesight.
Anyway, you people are absolutely amazing. Tomorrow at 13:30, we're back with the Liam and Joe show. We have a conversation to be had about the Fallout series that's been on Amazon recently and how we think this might impact or influence the 40k series going forward. At 7:30 tomorrow night, we have another live game of 40k. Joe is bringing the Chaos Space Marines. I will be bringing the Custodes for another live game of 40k, so look forward to that. At 8:30 on Friday, we're back with another 40k After Dark as we see in the wonderful time that is the weekend. You people are beautiful human beings. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.